Hi, I'm Chris from Greenleaf Landscaping. Today I'm going to talk about how to identify some common problems in your sprinkler system. So hopefully you've already watched my video on understanding your sprinkler system, so you know how long and how often to water your lawn. Now I'm going to talk about some common problems and how to resolve those problems. Before I get started on that, I will say that your lawn will take about 2 weeks to recover when you fix the irrigation. So don't do fixes every day and expect your lawn to turn immediately green. Give it a couple weeks to recover, or if it gets worse, then you can move on to more troubleshooting. So the first thing I'll talk about is your entire lawn is yellow and dry. So your entire lawn is not getting enough water. The first thing to look at is the duration on each of your zones. So go through and make sure it's in accordance with my previous video or the conservewater.utah.gov website for how long to run those sprinklers. And then you're just going to want to add a day or maybe even 2 days to how frequently the system is watering. So again, your entire lawn is dry and needs more water. Add a day to your existing sprinkler program there. So now let's just say you have one large area of your lawn that's dry and yellow, like maybe this whole area behind me. It's probably one zone. So go through your timer, figure out what zone that is, and then add some time to that zone. So a spray head starts at, the baseline is 20 minutes, a rotor is 45 minutes, and a multi-stream is 60 minutes for the starting baseline. I would add, if you need to add time to one of those zones, add it in about 25% increments. So that spray head, you're going to want to add 5 minutes. For the multi-stream, or for the rotor, you're going to want to add about 12 minutes. And then for the multi-stream rotor, you're going to want to add 15 minutes. Adding 5 minutes to a 60-minute time on a sprinkler doesn't really add that much water. So don't add it in small increments, add it in 25% increments. The third problem you might see is a yellow and dry area in a very small patch of grass in your lawn. This is probably due to a malfunctioning or misadjusted sprinkler head. So identify where that sprinkler head is, adjust it, or repair it as necessary. There's dozens of different types of sprinkler heads and dozens of types of things that could be wrong with it. So that's beyond the scope of this video as to how to make those adjustments. The last thing you might see is overly watered areas, swampy areas of your lawn. This may be due to overwatering, so look into your times and frequency of your watering, but it's probably due to a leak. Much like fixing or adjusting sprinkler heads, there's a multitude of problems that could cause a leak, and it's beyond the scope of this video. So those are the 4 main things that are fairly easy to diagnose and maybe even fix on your own. I will say that sprinklers can get fairly complex and difficult to diagnose in some cases, and you may need to contact a professional to get those resolved.